All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I had some technical issues going on here before we went live, but welcome here on a Tuesday night for the Hat Comics Tour the Tour Modified series. We had a late start. We were waiting for a couple extra drivers to join the server and everything, and then I had some issues going on right before we went live. But we are here. And we're going to go ahead and jump through everything pretty quickly, but what we're going to do is always, we got to play that national anthem, so please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. And we are back. Thank you again, Joshua Rutherford, for the national anthem. As always, everybody, please go check out Mullet Music Productions on YouTube. Give him a subscription. It's free, and he greatly appreciates it. Let's help get him to 100. He's nice enough to provide all the music here for True Sim Productions, so we always have to shout him out. Does a great national anthem, too, I must say. But drivers are in qualifying here. And again, I want to apologize for the late start, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we were waiting to see how many drivers are going to join the server, number one. And then right as I went live, I had a technical issue on my computer. So a little bit of problems here on the production side of things. But we managed to get everything up and working. We're ready to go here. Short track racing at Lucas Oil. See a few drivers out on track. We're going to watch the number 4, Tanner Marr here. He's currently P6 on the board, coming out of turn number 4 to finish his qualifying run. Or I'm sorry, turn 2. Going down the back straightaway. He is on his second lap of his qualifying run. He's running in the middle of the racetrack there, it looks like. Coming out of turn number 4 across the line. Tanner Marr goes P1, 21-20. But that's good enough for pole here with 2 minutes left on the clock, and everybody has pretty much taken a time so far. But Jeffrey Miller out on track. Looks like he just finished up his qualifying run. He ran a 23.02 for the number 79. 71 of Chris Sawyer. He's out on track right now. That black number 71. He's running a really high line there. 1 and 2. He's going to get loose coming out of turn number 2. Not sure if he's going to maybe try and turn around and get the momentum back up in that race car. He's going to come out of turn number 4. Tap the wall a little bit. Decided to just go ahead and finish up that qualifying run. So right now, the number 71 of Chris Sawyer is 8th on the board with a 21.89. Only about a minute left in qualifying here, as we do have one driver trying to make time in the last minute, and that's number 48 of Brian Treadwell. Getting into the wall a little bit right there, trying to use every bit of the racetrack. He's going to go 7th fastest on the board with a 21.67. 21.67 for Brian Treadwell. Oh, hits the wall there in his second lap. So it looks like that P7 time is going to have to hold. We got Steven Johnson out there in the number 12. Getting into the wall a little bit there. Was talking to a few drivers here before the race. They were complaining about a tight race car. But it is now time we're going to start going through that grid. Tanner Marr out of Five Kings Motorsports in that number 4. We put it on pole tonight with that 21.209. And Jason Day in the number 52 to his outside. Keith Mack, we call him, in the number 55. He's going to be starting P3 with Jeff Clifton in number 5 starting at his outside. Zach Murphy in that number 29 machine is going to be starting in 5th place with Christopher Monroe in the number 17 starting in 6th. Brian Treadwell is going to be starting in 7th with Chris Clark starting in 8th, and Steven Johnson in that number 12 machine is going to be starting P9, and Chris Sawyer in that 71 going to be starting P10. Jeffrey Miller in that number 79 going to be starting 11th with Jason Raymond starting in 12th. Jason Raymond, he won last week, so he has to start from the back of the field tonight. 12 drivers going to be taking the grid this evening. That's your starting lineup for 125 laps here around Lucas Oil. These guys are going to get all lined up, bunched up, get ready to go here. Like I said, for 125 laps here tonight at Lucas Oil Raceway Park. I believe it's Raceway Park. Tanner Marr, your pole sitter. Jason Day to his outside. Tanner Marr is he was kind of bumped down on the charts there in practice, but managed to put that number 4 machine on the pole here tonight. Let's see if he can get out to a decent lead here. Maybe hang on and go win this thing. Go ahead and get your picks out in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, I'm not picking nobody. Just not picking anybody. Field's gonna round corners 3 and 4 in the hands of the flagman. Green flag is in the air. Jason Day got a good start there on the outside, but Tanner Marr's gonna do everything he can to take that race lead back on the inside. Not sure if he's going to be able to clear him here. Going down the back straightaway, going into 3 and 4. He's going to slide up in front of the 52. Give the lead to the number 4, Tanner Marr. He's going to lead the first lap here tonight. Jason Day is going to hold on to 2nd place with Jeff Clifton managing to get P3. And then you got old Keith Mack in that number 55. He's running 4th. Zach Murphy's trying to make quick work of that number 17 down the back straightaway. He's going to slide up in front of him going down into turns 3 and 4. And give P5 to Zach Murphy. Christopher Monroe is now running 6th position. Everybody's single filed out. We'll just go ahead and show you where everybody's running. Steve Johnson in the 7th position in that number 12. Brian Treadwell in the number 48. He's running in 8th. Jason Raymond already up a couple of spots since the start of the race. Remember, he had to start from the back of the field here this evening because he won last week. Jason Raymond running 9th. Chris Clark is running in 10th in that number 91 machine with Chris Sawyer behind him. And Jeffrey Miller back here running in the middle of the racetrack. He's running P12. Back up to the front of the field, it is Tanner Marr leading. Jason Day running 2nd. But don't look now, that number 5 of Clifton, he's starting to catch these two. Jason Day is going to look down to the inside of Tanner Marr coming off turn 2, and we got a caution. Looks like it might have been maybe the 79 here. We're going to take a look. If anything, he's going to show us up in front of him what happened. Oh, yeah, there it is up there. Okay, so that looked like it might have had maybe Raymond involved. Not involved, but he was around it. Let's see what happens here. So it looks like the 48 gets in the wall, comes on the racetrack, and yeah, just looks like he hits, I believe that was a 55 of Keith Mack. Yeah, it was. So let's back it up a little bit further. We'll take a look at it. Going down into the corner, the 48, just, I don't know if he misjudges his entry, but he gets in the wall, just comes down the racetrack, and Keith in that number 55, he just had nowhere to go. Seven laps complete here tonight of 125. We also do have a choose cone camera here this evening. So when the field comes around, we're going to go ahead and keep an eye on them, see when they're going to choose. It might be this time. Let's see. Nope. They're going to be choosing next time. Under caution for the first time here this evening at Lucas Oil. We have Tanner Marr, your race leader. Jason Day running 2nd. Nobody electing to come down pit road. So I'm assuming that these drivers could probably make it the whole way on fuels. We got the choose cone going on. Wasn't even paying attention. We'll catch it next time. Tanner Marr taking that top side. Jason Day also taking the top. But that number 29 is Zach Murphy, was the first one to go to the bottom side of the racetrack here. Let's see what he can do. Pace car has pulled down pit road. It's going to be in the hands of Tanner Marr. Coming out of turn number 4. Green flag is back out in the air here at Lucas Oil. Number 12, Steven Johnson. He got a heck of a restart there. He actually gave the 29 a shot going down the front straightaway. And that was enough for the 29 to be able to slide up and clear day going into turns 1 and 2. Tanner Marr still going to maintain the race lead as of right now, as the 29 tries to take that over, but Jason Day, he slots back into P3. And now Clifton back here trying to hold off Jason Raymond in that number 44. Raymond looking to the bottom side of the racetrack trying. Oh, he gets into the back of him. He's going to turn him, and that's going to bring out our second caution of the evening. Back that up and see what happens here. Yeah, Raymond just kind of comes up and gets into the back of the 5, sends him around. Sounded like that blew the motor, too, in the number 5 car. That's very unfortunate. He was having a good race there. What we're going to do now, though, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Stick around. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
We're back live here at Lucas Oil. Pace car lights are still on. We're going to go off here. Juice cone going on. It's actually surprising. Well, I guess they did complete a lap or two there. Because I know when they don't complete a lap, I believe it goes single file. All right, field in the hands of Tanner Marr. Still, he's going to fire off, and green flag is going to be back out in the air. Oh, the number 12, he changed lanes there before the start-finish line. I don't know if that's going to be a penalty. I believe they have a rule about that here in Crooked Line. You're not allowed to change lanes before the start-finish. I have to see if race control says anything about that, but Tanner Marr has pulled back out in the lead. And Steven Johnson, he's trying to run him down. Zach Murphy running P3, trying to get around that number 12 machine going into turns 1 and 2. He's going to look to the bottom side of the racetrack coming out of turn number 2. Not enough momentum to make the pass. Jason Day has found his way back into 5th position. He's lost a few spots, maybe trying to save a little bit of tire right there. We know they're probably going to play a factor here tonight. These guys are running really high speeds on this short track. Tanner Marr still your race leader. Steven Johnson running second. Zach Murphy in that number 29. He's running P3. Go back and look. We're taking a look at the number 44, Jason Rabin. He's been as high as at least 5th place here tonight, but that little contact there with the number 5 and him sent number 5 around. Now he's found his way back into 8th place, trying to get around the number 71 of Chris Sawyer. Side by side going down the front straightaway, but not enough momentum for Raymond on the bottom side of the racetrack. He's going to slot back in behind the 71, try and build back up some momentum and go back at it again. Back up to the front of the field. It's still Tanner Marr. He's led every lap so far. We're about to be 21 laps in the books here tonight at Lucas Oil. 29 is Zach Murphy, looking to the inside of Steve Johnson here in 1 and 2 again, but just can't get the power down coming off the corner. He's going to slot back in. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to a Tuesday night for the Top Hat Comics Tour Modified Series presented by Crooked Line, as always. Crooked Line Short Track Oval Racing. You can find them on Facebook. Got a little gaggle of cars going on here. You got Steven Johnson in P2. You got Zach Murphy running P3 right now. Christopher Monroe, he's found his way up in the 4th position, and the 12's going to get turned. The 12 gets turned by the number 29. Going to go back and get a replay on that. Let's see here. Going down in the corner here. He's going to look to the inside of the 12 coming off the corner and just, same thing. Same thing that happened to Clifton earlier. Just got into that left rear and just sent him around. So 25 laps in the books here tonight. We're back under caution. We're going to go ahead and take another quick commercial break. Stick around. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Iracing, you wanted the best, you got them 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, and we're back live here at Lucas Oil Raceway. Tanner Marr, obviously still the race leader. We're still under caution. Jeff Clifton got one of his laps back, so now he is only 1 lap down. Should be coming to the choose cone right here. We are. Tanner to the top, everybody to the top, Raymond to the bottom. So Raymond's going to be the first car on that inside line. That was a good move. We've seen that work in a couple of the other races, especially on Monday nights. We see that work all the time. Everybody takes that preferred line, and somebody jumps to the inside or the outside, whichever the preferred line is. But doesn't matter. Tanner's got his finger on the trigger. Gonna fire these guys back off once again. And he does. Green flag is gonna be back out in the air here at Lucas Oil. Down into turns 1 and 2, they're gonna single file out really quickly. As you can see, Jason Raymond with that move on the choose cone is making quick work here. He's now in 2nd, but he's under fire from Zach Murphy in that number 29. And Jason Day now in P4. He's been up near the front. He's been in the middle. Wondering what that number 52 is doing. I'm assuming he's going to be conserving his stuff right now. Let the number 29 and Raymond kind of race each other. Try and catch that number 4, Tanner Marr. And see if they can't get out here and lead some laps. But Tanner Marr has been pretty much dominant all night long. 31 laps in the books here at Lucas Oil of 125. And Tanner Marr has led every single one of them. They're starting to stretch out just a little bit. Raymond can't seem to get to the back bumper of Tanner. Zach Murphy's falling off the back bumper of Raymond. Jason Day kind of just riding around, saving his stuff here, running that top side line. And then you got the 12 of Steven Johnson. He was involved in that last caution. Now back up into P5. Trying to run down these race leaders. Christopher Monroe, he's running in 6th place in that number 17. Then you got Chris Sawyer back here in the number 71. Brian Treadwell in the 48. He's running P8. Jeffrey Miller back here under fire from Keith Mack. Keith trying to work his way back up. He was involved with that incident with Brian Treadwell at the beginning of the race. Looks like he's got the damage fixed on that number 55. He's back out here on the lead lap trying to make something happen. Got Chris Clark back here in the number 91. He's under fire from Jeffrey Miller right now. Miller lost a lot of momentum there coming off turn number 4. But Chris Clark is rounding out your top 10, and Jeffrey Miller is P11. And we were just looking at Jeff Clifton. Remember, he's only 1 lap down now, so another caution would help put him back on the lead lap. He'd get that wave around and be right back in this thing, especially with that choose cone. Back up to the front of the field, Tanner Marr is still leading, but Raymond seems like he's getting closer every lap. Got real close there, but had to back off. Wasn't sure where Tanner's lift point was. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Put a blanket pretty much over this top 4 right now. I mean, now we got a race going on because they were a little spread out. Now, Jason Raymond all over the back bumper of Tanner Marr going down into turns 3 and 4. Not able to get there. Lost a little momentum. Now Zach Murphy trying to capitalize on that. Same thing. Murphy got a run. Couldn't do nothing with it. Lost the momentum, and now he's got to fight back. Again, Jason Day has been very, very patient here with these recent 10 laps. He hasn't made a move. He's just been riding around, seeing what these guys are going to do. Raymond looked like he got real tight there coming out of turn 4, almost getting into the outside retaining wall. Trying to do everything he can. Get around Tanner. He's going to look down to the inside. He made a move, but couldn't make it work. Now the 29 is going to give him something. Looking to the bottom of the racetrack is the number 29, it's Zach Murphy. Trying to make something happen, coming off of turn number 2. They're side by side going down the back straightaway. Jason Raymond's got that momentum on the high side, and he's going to prevail, maintaining 2nd place. All this racing is allowing Steven Johnson to catch up to this pack of 4 cars. Now make it 5. Jason Day looking to the outside of Zach Murphy down the back straightaway. Still a long way to go here, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't even hit 50 laps yet. These guys are racing like we got 10 laps to go. Put a blanket over your top 5, ladies and gentlemen. They're all doing everything they can, and I know Tanner is just focused on the road ahead of him right now. Not looking in his mirror, not worried about anything. Just maintain that race lead, maintain your rhythm, and keep that momentum up. Doing a great job here tonight in that number 4. And a pretty good points battle, too, with the number 44, Jason Raymond. If I'm not mistaken, I can double check, actually, on that right now. I'm going to, actually. Let's see here. Let's go to Tuesday night. Yeah, so Jason Raymond is your leader in the points right now. And Tanner Marr is second. Let's see. Zach Murphy actually is running, he's 3rd in points right now. So you got the top 3 in points, top 3 on the racetrack right this second. Let's go ahead and go through the field real quick. Everybody pretty much single filed out right now. Tanner Marr, your race leader, under fire from Raymond. Raymond's getting all over that back bumper, but just not making a move. I don't think he thinks it's the time to do it right now. So Jason Raymond running 2nd, Zach Murphy running 3rd. Jason Day there, he's running 5th, or I'm sorry, running 4th, but got into the wall a little bit right there. And the number 12 is Steven Johnson, gets in the outside wall going into 1 and 2. That allowed Christopher Monroe to capitalize on that mistake and put him up into P5. And he is running down this front pack of 4. And they're starting to battle up here again. Some great racing so far. Raymond looking to the bottom side of the racetrack, coming out of turn number 2. Can't get the power down, can't get the momentum. Tanner Marr prevails. Single file back out again. Back to 5th, Christopher Monroe trying to run down the front 4. Steven Johnson running 6th after that little tangle with the wall. And Chris Sawyer back here running 7th. Keith Mack, he's in 8th place. I'd love to say his last name, but he said I could just say Keith Mack, so I'm just going to say Keith Mack. But he's running in 8th. We got to keep switching back and forth. I want to see what's going on up here at the front, because they kind of spread out, and then they get close, they start racing, they spread out again. So we just got to keep an eye while we're going through the field. We got to keep going back to the front to make sure these guys aren't battling for position, which they are again. Raymond looking down to the inside, but just can't do anything with it. Running P9 is Brian Treadwell in that 48. And then Chris Clark is running 10th, with Jeffrey Miller running 11th. And then Jeff Clifton in that number 5. Working his way around the 79 of Miller right now. Trying to get his lap back the hard way if a caution doesn't come out. But one more caution will put him right back in this thing. It is almost a 6 car battle for the lead, essentially, right here. Raymond looking to the bottom side of the racetrack again. Can't make it happen. But if we look at this, you got Tanner Marr, Jason Raymond, Zach Murphy, Jason Day, Christopher Monroe, Steven Johnson. They're all up here battling for this thing. The question is are they waiting for somebody to make a mistake, or are they just kind of riding around? Zach Murphy looking to the inside of Jason Raymond going down the back straightaway, and that allowed Jason Day to have the momentum on the high side. Exactly what Day was looking for. He was patient, and capitalized on a mistake. Now Jason Day is going to be fighting for third, probably going to get it here with that momentum on the high side. And he does. Coming out of turn number 2, he's going to prevail and bring Christopher Monroe with him. The 29 of Zach Murphy thought he had a run, and now he's just going to lose it all here as he's getting freight trained on that top side line. Raymond doing everything he can to try and get around Tanner. He's looking to the inside, going down the back straightaway. He's got to run. Not going to be able to do it. And now Day trying to capitalize again, looking to the high side. Right on the back bumper of that number 44. So we saw it already work for the 52. I'm thinking we're going to see it do it again. If Raymond tries to make that move, Day knows it's going to work. He knows he can go to the top side of the racetrack and make that move work. Still top 6 battling. Tanner Marr still your race leader. He's led every lap so far, 65 of 125. Raymond looking to the inside again. And see, I think Raymond saw that move in his mirror that Day pulled on the number 29, because every time he looks to the inside, he's got a great run right here coming out of turn 4. Great run. He's going to slide job the number 4. Give Jason Raymond the race lead on lap 66 with an impressive slide job move. Tanner Marr trying to fight back. Tanner Marr looks like he's kind of losing his momentum a little bit here. Now Day looking to the bottom side of the racetrack. Tanner Marr dropping back some positions. Down to the inside of the racetrack. Jason Day in the 52. Tanner Marr to the top side in the number 4. Now the 12. The 12 making the same move on Day that Day pulled on Murphy only laps prior. Tanner Marr still holds on to second, and Jason Raymond is now just pulling away from these guys. Tanner Marr's trying to get back in his rhythm. It looks like that slide job really got him out of focus. Now he's under pressure from the number 12 of Steven Johnson. It is now a 1 second gap. Jason Raymond coming up on some lap traffic here. 79 looks like he's going to stay to the bottom. Give Jason, yep, he's going to give him all the room in the world here going down the back straightaway. Tanner Marr still under fire from that number 12. Tanner Marr changing up his line a little bit. Now kind of diamonding the corner instead of running up near the wall. Trying to make quick work of this lap car. And it's crazy. As soon as Jason Raymond found himself out in clean air, he has now gapped the field about 1.3 seconds. As we get a caution. We get a caution on Speedway. Something going on with the 52. Oh, wow. Big check up there going into turns 3 and 4, it looked like. Looked like Dave wasn't anticipating. Yeah, he went in pretty hard. Got into the back of the 17. And then the 29 sends the 52 up into the outside wall when Dave tried to get off of the 17. It looked like he hit him and definitely tried to let him gather it back up. But now what do you do? That is the question. Everybody's going to be coming down pit road. Everybody wants them fresh tires. Looks like right side's going up on the number 44. Long pit stops here. Look at that, jacking up so slow. He's taking 4, though. Few drivers taking 2. I like the call. I like the call. You want to try it, right? If you got nothing to lose, you got to try it. Also, I'd like to point out that this... Well, actually, I'm not sure. I think the 79 might have been our lucky dog, if I'm not mistaken. He's in pit road right now, which would be unfortunate for Clifton. Yeah, we have the top 2 drivers here on a 2-tire strategy. We're going to go ahead and take a real quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, we're back live. These drivers did the choose cone. Raymond took the bottom. Christopher Monroe, he took the top side. Christopher Monroe has his finger on the trigger. He's going to fire him off here. Some interesting calls. Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like the pace car lights came back on. They did do the choose cone, but the lights are back on the pace car. Getting word from race control that there might be a piece of debris laying in turns 3 and 4 on the apron. We got a track worker going out there right now to get that piece of debris so these guys can get racing. As you see, the pace car lights are back off. All right, going green right now. Number 17's got him in his hands whenever he wants. Coming out of turn number 4. And the green flag's going to be back out in the air, and not that great of a restart for the inside line right there. Tanner Marr looked like he might have been... Oh, the 12 car into the outside wall. Again on entry into the outside wall, trying to let everybody get by. Might have some right front damage. Christopher Monroe, he's going to lead this lap here on that 2-tire strategy. Jason Raymond running second, getting big time loose coming off turn number 4. Down into turns 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. Keith Mack running third, having a great night here right now on that 2-tire strategy. Involved in an early caution, now back up here trying to win this thing. Lap 80 of 125. These laps are ticking off. It's almost over. Tanner Marr trying to fight his way back up to the lead, running in 4th right now. Looking like he's kind of struggling, or maybe just trying to save a little bit of tire. He's sending it into turns 3 and 4, running a nice, looks like a diamond line almost. can't seem to get enough momentum to get to the back bumper of that number 55. And what's crazy to me is that that two-tire strategy is really working. I mean, the 17 is holding off Jason Raymond on 4 tires. However, Jason Raymond that time by set the fastest lap of the race with a 21.07. Now looking to the inside of the 17 going out into 1 and 2. Does he have the momentum coming off of turn number 2? Will he pull a slide job going into turns 3 and 4? Down the back straightaway side by side? No, he's going to slot back behind him. Go ahead and ride on board with Jason Raymond. You're seeing exactly what he's seeing right now. Gets right to the back bumper of that number 17. Trying to make something happen. Not going to make a move here in 1 and 2. Battle for the lead here, going down into 1 and 2. Is he going to clear him? No, the 17's going to fight back on the outside. Great race here. Not sure if Raymond's going to clear him there. He does. He clears him. Another slide job move by the number 44. And now the 55 trying to do the same thing. Tanner Marr looking to the inside of the 55 here, coming out of turn number 4, not going to make anything happen. Zach Murphy. He's coming back. He's running P5, trying to get around that number 4 car. Go back up to the front of the field. Jason Raymond, now your leader. Christopher Monroe running second. Tanner Marr running third. Zach Murphy still trying to make quick work of that number 4 and trying to find his way back up into third. We get a caution out on the speedway. Oh, looks like the 12 was involved. We got Steven Johnson around. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to a different camera angle here. Looks like the 71's up into the outside retaining wall. Just pulls it off right down in front of the 12. And 12 just having an unlucky night tonight. All right, Jeff Clifton just got his lap back, put the number 5 back on the lead lap. With about 35 laps to go here for the Top Hat Comics Tour Modified Series. Had a good little green flag run right there. And we're probably going to go back to green flag racing with about, I'd say, 32 laps to go. And Jason Raymond, he seems to, when he gets out to the lead, he's pretty much gone. He gets in that clean air. Just runs away with it. Be a good time to shout out all the sponsors. Mullet Music Productions, MF Racing Designs on Facebook. And how about Maine's Mobile Truck Service? Butt Kicker. Make sure to go check out buttkicker.com and usafirearms.com. And also be sure to check out Top Hat Comics. I believe they are based out of North Carolina. Should be coming to the Choose Cone this time by. All right, so Choose Cone going on right here. Raymond to the outside. Tanner Marr, big move to the inside. We know that 4 car wants that win. He's led the most laps here tonight so far. We're going to see him put up a fight here for it. Great move choosing that inside line. Same thing Raymond did to get the lead earlier. The field in the hands of Raymond in turns 3 and 4. The 44 fires off. We are back underway. Tanner Marr got a good launch. He's got to clear this 17 though. And he does. He's going to slide up in front of him. Oh man, that was close racing right there. Tanner Marr, he pulled the slide job. The 17 didn't want to lift, but Tanner was pretty clear right there in my opinion. From that camera angle at least. So give P2 to Tanner Marr. And I think he's going to be running as hard as he ever has all race trying to get to that back bumper of Raymond. When we look back a little bit further, you got Keith Mack in that 55. He's trying to run down the 17 of Christopher Monroe. Jason Raymond is gapped out to about a half a second lead over Tanner Marr. These two top drivers, Tanner Marr and Jason Raymond, they both took 4 tires. Then the next two, Christopher and Keith, they both took 2 tires. And Zach Murphy on 4. I believe Steve Johnson took 4 as well, but he pit recently on lap 90, probably to get some of that damage fixed. Jeff Clifton back here trying to make something happen after getting turned early in the race. He's found his way back up into 7th, and this right here is a good example, ladies and gentlemen, of why you never quit. He was 2 laps down for a majority of the race, got a couple lucky cautions, and has found his way inside the top 10. 26 laps to go. Jason Raymond, your leader. Almost out to a 7/10 lead. Tanner Marr running second, trying to maintain it. He's pulling away a little bit from the 17 of Monroe. All right, we got a battle here going on for 4th place and 5th place. The 12 of Steve Johnson trying to make something happen on the outside around the number 29. And the 29 looking underneath the 55 here, trying to get 4th. 29. Zach Murphy's looking down to the bottom of the racetrack underneath the 55. Is he going to have the power coming off the corner? Going to be side by side going down the front straightaway. Murphy doing everything he can, trying to get around this 55 to try and get back up near the front of the pack. Still can't make nothing happen. Now the 12 pulling a move on the outside. Back up to the front of the field. Jason Raymond's got about a 9/10 lead over Tanner Marr right now. Tanner Marr got a little bit of breathing room, trying to get back into a rhythm, trying to run down Raymond. And Christopher Monroe running third. Old Keith Mack in number 55, he's running fourth. Zach Murphy and Steve Johnson. These guys have pretty much spaced themselves out here late in this race. Here comes Clifton. Clifton's turning some pretty good lap times right now. 21.32 last time by. About the same pace as Tanner and Christopher Monroe. Everybody's pretty much spaced out right now. Tanner Marr's pretty much by himself trying to run down the race leader. Keith Mack trying to do what he can to get a podium finish, so he's trying to run down that 17. If we take a look at lap times right now, the 55 was faster than the 17 that time by, but looks like he lost a little bit of momentum there going down the backstretch. Let's take a look at the times here. Keith is still faster by just a little bit. But the two behind the 55, the 29 and the 12, they are both faster than him right now. Battle going on here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. As we got a big junker going down the front stretch. Oh, wow. We're going to back that up. We caught that live. I was looking over at Discord for just a split second. I looked back and we have a caution. Oh, the 55 just gets into the outside wall. He just pushed tight. Not much more to it than that. He pushed tight, bounced off the outside retaining wall, and collected a few cars. Terry, I see you out in chat, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. See Raymond out there. Raymond's racing, but he has the broadcast pulled up, so thank you for that. So, this is going to change some things. Because now Clifton's found his way into the top 5. This choose cone is going to play a major role in this last restart. Because it's going to be under 10 laps to go. Not something Raymond wanted to see. Definitely something Tanner wanted to see. All right, so we got 11 laps to go. We're probably going to take the green flag, I'm going to say, with 8 laps to go. So it's going to be a shootout here to the end. we're going to go ahead and take our final commercial break of the evening, so stick around. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Just a real quick commercial. Had to catch my breath. Because it's going to be a wild one for these last couple of laps. Wanted to make sure I'm prepared for it. Choose cone going on. Tanner Marr to the bottom, Raymond to the top, Steven Johnson to the bottom, Monroe to the top, Clifton to the top. Coming back to the green flag. It's going to be 8 laps to go. I do not know what's going to happen. I'm on the edge of my seat. Green flag is back out in the air. It's going to be 8 laps to go. Tanner Marr's going to send it down into the corner. Trying everything he can to get to the bumper of Raymond. Oh, they're going to be wrecking coming off turn number 2. That's going to bring the caution back out on the speedway. See if we can't get a replay going on. So it looked like the number 29 was involved. Oh, Clifton gets into the back of the 29. So just a little bit of slight contact there, and it turned the 29 around. All right. All right. Just taking care of a few things on the side here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't mind me. I do apologize, but we do got 5 laps to go here. It's going to be a literal shootout here now for the end of this thing. Here, check this out. Tanner Marr, driver of the number 4 at Sam in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Sam. What's going on, bud?
Hey, we're going to have a shootout here at the end. What's going through your mind?
Just hanging on, buddy. Just hanging on. Got a migraine. Ready to get up and just trying to at least escape with the top 5 if we can. But we're about to be single file, so I expect fireworks right here.
All right, man. Well, I just wanted to see how you were feeling. Do you think you can get Raymond?
We're going to try everything we can. I mean, it's the only shot, right? So we're going to try.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you get back down there, and good luck.
Thank you, buddy.
I had to talk to somebody, and I went on to talk to Tanner. He's running second, and he's got to go for a win here. Like he said, he's going to be single file. They had a caution come out that early. Or within a lap, I mean. All right, it's going to be a single file restart for the end of this one. 3 laps to go. It's going to be a natural green-white checkered. Tanner said he's going to try everything he can here. But he's got to get up on the back bumper of that 44 and get the restart of a century to try and make something happen. As you see him, he gets right up on the back bumper of Jason. He's going to fire off. Green flag going to be back out in the air. Tanner actually got a pretty decent start right there. 2 laps to go. Tanner sends it down into 1 and 2. He's going to be doing everything he can here to try and get this win off of Raymond down the back straightaway. Coming out of turn number 4. It's going to be white flag in the air for Jason Raymond. He's got a decent gap. One more time around. He's just got to be smooth. Down the back straightaway for the final time here tonight. Tanner Marr holding on to second, but it's all Jason Raymond out front. He started from the rear. He had to fight his way through the field. Coming out of turn number 4. Give the win to Jason Raymond in the number 44. Incredible job by Jason Raymond bringing it home for the win tonight. Tanner Marr comes home second. Tanner led, I'm pretty sure Tanner led the most laps, but doesn't matter. Raymond's going to burn it down here. So it looks like he's going to do a little bit of a Alan Kowicki Polish victory lap here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you heard Tanner when we interviewed him. He said he was not feeling well. He unfortunately has gone to the infield care center to get checked out. So maybe we can get an interview with him later on, upload it later or something. But we have been made aware that he is in the infield care center right now, and we will not be getting an interview with him tonight. But we can interview our third place finisher, and that is the 17 of Christopher Monroe. Do you got a copy, my friend?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Hey, that was a great race. You managed to bring it home P3. Walk me through and talk me through that last restart, and how'd you come home with third?
A good restart. I had no tires left. You guys probably saw I pitted somewhere around lap 30 or so, so I had nothing for those guys. I was sliding it just like I believe it was Steven was behind me. We both pitted at the same time.
Well, did you think you had something for these guys with that 2-tire strategy, or were you just trying to get the best finish you could here tonight?
No, once Jason got by me, I knew I had nothing for him unless he made a mistake. So just rolled the dice, pitting early, took tires early, and I took 4 early, so it was fuel only at the end just to make it.
All right, man. Well, hey, P3, can't complain about that. Who do you got to thank on that number 17?
Cruising Rum from the U.S. Virgin Islands. Can't Beat It, Best Room in the World, and Racing with Jesus Ministries. Find them at a local racetrack anywhere you go. And if we have power and electricity next week after a hurricane, we will see you again.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you go celebrate that third place finish, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
That was your third place finisher, Christopher Monroe, in the number 17. But we got to talk to the man of the hour. He's climbing out of that Tour Modified right now. Jason Raymond, your race winner. How's it feel?
Oh, man, that was probably one of the most fun races I've been a part of in recent time, for sure. Coming from the back, just kind of worked my way up through there. I had one little incident with Clifton, and I apologize to him. I didn't mean to ruin his race like that. Just got a little tight on me, and definitely not how I like to pass people. I really feel bad for that. But then there with Tanner running nose to tail for, I don't even know, it felt like 50 laps. I don't know how long it really was. It was super fun, super hard to pass, and I just had to kind of bide my time and wait for him to make a mistake. And he eventually pushed a little tight off corner, or I think it was turn 4. It allowed me to get to the inside. And I don't know, this car and this track for me has always treated me well, and I don't know, the setup and me, I guess, just worked together very well. The car felt awesome all night, and super glad to be here once again.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, were you worried there on that last restart? Because, I mean, you had the advantage with the single file, but Tanner had a great restart. Did you think he was going to try and make a move, or did you pretty much think he had it locked in?
No, I definitely thought I was going to get a bumper or something. He's definitely more hungry than I am. I can tell he's getting there. He's hungry, man, that's for sure. I'm surprised. I mean, I felt the same way last week. If we got the late race restart, probably would have got the bump and run. Felt the same way tonight. I mean, same outcome. P1 for me, second for him. So it's definitely shows consistency that these Five Kings Motorsports boys have. All
right, man. Well, last but not least, what do you got to think on that 44?
Oh man, there's a ton of people. I got to thank you for doing the broadcast. Like I said last time, definitely everybody watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow. True Sim Productions have basically every form of racing you could think of except for road. We'll get there though, right? And I got to thank Top Hat Comics in Lexington, North Carolina for supporting all the series. Like I said, all the guys over at Five Kings Motorsports. We got MF Racing Designs, McConey Setup Shop, ButtKicker.com, Savage Edge Apparel, FB Sim Racing Button Boxes, Raise Energy, BAM Racing Videos, USA Firearms, and Southern Signs in North Carolina. And then, not sure if you caught it on broadcast, Tile Chief got a brand new logo, a little bit of rebranding. Definitely check them out on Facebook as well, as that'd be greatly appreciated. Then I got the Barn Package Store, Mayhew Construction.
All right, man. Well, we're going to let you go celebrate that win, and we'll see you again tomorrow night in the booth, actually, for the 87th. So we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
That was your race winner, Jason Raymond. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us here tonight on True Sim Productions. Let's go ahead and get your race results up here. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Your race results are up on screen. I got to change that real quick. We use multiple overlays, and I always keep forgetting to change things. So that's my fault. See if this works. There we go. All right, there's your race results on screen, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to do it for me. I got to get ready for work tonight. But thank you all for tuning in, as always, on True Sim Productions. Be sure to like and subscribe. And be sure to check out tomorrow night, Tanner and Jason Raymond in the booth. You're going to be calling the 1987 League from Crooked Line Racing. And then, can't wait for Thursday. Thursday is going to be awesome. Dirt racing here on True Sim Productions for the first time. Live calling from Tanner Marr in the booth. I'm going to be out on track. I can't wait. I hope you all tune in for that. It's going to be a good one. And again, thank you all. I appreciate everything you guys do for us here on True Sim Productions. We'll see you again next time.